Okay, a couple of minutes yet. We're properly live at 8 o'clock, so we're just hanging on, see who turns up. Don't start with that, please. Oi, don't start with that, please.
Okay.
You could always put it down, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Instead of starting with that.
At least I wasn't chewing it.
Do as you're told. Nearly there, nearly 8 o'clock. You pull faces like that, Tyson, and the wind changes, you'll stay like that.
I want the wind to change.
Shut up.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
If you look like that, I'll smack you silly.
Have to chisel your face back to normal.
Hello, everybody. How you
And you.
doing? Again, how do you do that? How do you do that, Conan? Oh, the one changes. That would be funny.
Right. Watch Tyson.
Weirdo.
That's why I'm cracking up.
Oh.
Doobie-doobie-doo. There we go, 8 o'clock. Welcome to Family Friendly Bushcraft live broadcast for this mid-June, 15th of June 2022. Talk about a few things in the news in the world going on at the moment, maybe even some actual bushcraft. Got some wire ready to go and start putting some fencing up on the permission in the next few days. So we've had a few people coming in nicking some stuff, and one of the local people, I'll be diplomatic, invading the land where he doesn't really need to be. So there's I might go up there and teach the kids some trap building and see if we can accidentally forget to take one down. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? So I see a lot going on still in the various, stop it, dude, in the various outlets about the Johhny Depp Amber Heard trial. I see she's just done an interview. She's letting it out a piece at a time. Look, Amber, listen, you know, a lie's a lie. You've been caught out. You've been caught out with big style, trial by jury. It's possibly coming back to the UK to go through that process again. Just because you keep getting a different platform doesn't mean someone's going to believe the same lot of lies. You're a lying hoe. Just pack it in. Leave it alone. Go away. Go and crawl under whatever rock your narcissistic, worthless self came from. Yeah, and just stay there. Do us all a favour. So we went and see actually Jeff Beck and Johhny Depp in concert, me and the eldest, a couple of weeks back now. That was really good. Hell of a show. If it's coming to a place near you, go see it. It's fantastic. You have so much talent on one stage. Unreal. Get out from behind there.
All right.
So I've been doing a bit of teaching this week, so a bit busy. So haven't been doing a lot filming wise. I've got some stuff that needs editing. So as soon as we get a chance to do that, we'll get it up there.
Tried to make it quiet.
Really?
Yeah, but I went out the room.
So we'll be out and about doing some more shorts, get a few of them up there. Trying to do at least one every couple of days. Managing one a day at the moment, which isn't bad. With everything else going on. Tyson, you stink. Take your flatulent ass elsewhere, please.
Where's my knife?
I don't know, just leave it there. So we're going to get out in the cuds. I don't understand why the boys do this. They go out, they go training, they start working out in the yard, and they insist on coming and sweating all over me. It's really unpleasant.
I've got to do my run again.
I don't care, Conan. It's your training. If you can't be bothered, mate, it's nobody else to blame. What were we going to talk about tonight? Oh, dear me. I can't even remember. We talked a bit about Johhny Depp, talked about the Ukraine, saw a cracking bit of video from towards the front lines there of some guys in a bombed out building. And where he got it from, I don't know, but there's somebody in a German uniform from the Second World War and an STG-44, so period rifle as well, in amongst the fighting. So I don't know where he found that from, but I just thought it was funny. Shows squaddy sense of humour, doesn't it? Why have you brought that?
Because he's watching the live on his tablet.
You weirdo. Were you actually watching it?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Oh.
Because it would come up there if there's somebody watching it.
Can go on to it. Okay.
Why? What are you doing? What? Just can you stop being a meddling?
He likes to
Nightmare.
pluck out his hairs. No, I don't.
So this here moped on my left will be getting sorted out in the very near future. I don't know if I'm going to need clippers or a Black & Decker, to be fair. You got an open day coming up, haven't you?
Yes, on the 24th of July.
And what is it?
$1,000.
It's where everyone can head to the fire station if they live close by.
Fire station in Runcorn.
Yeah, and the firemen will show you all around the truck, inside of it. Your kids or you could sit inside of it and see what it's like. Then us cadets will be doing a practical for you guys with the training tower, showing you how to
There
enter.
we go.
A little drunk on your screen.
What are you doing, Connor? Connor. Okay, so is Leighton watching telly still?
Yeah.
Okay. So we said when we get 50 participants on the lives, we'll be doing a giveaway. The giveaway for the first 50, it will be a handmade bespoke leather. It's like a forage pouch, fire pouch. Use it for what you will, but it's real top quality veg tanned leather, hand cut and carved and stitched, double blanket stitch all the way around. A real bespoke piece of kit, one of a kind, and that will be. We will draw a name at random for the first live. That we have 50 participants. We will draw a name at random, and that will go off to them. So, following that, when we get 100 participants in one of the lives, we'll do something a little bit bigger, and then I think we'll step to 250 after that and do something a bit bigger still. So, yeah, it's well worth. It's not going to be cheap giveaway. It's going to be a decent giveaway. Maybe a bespoke knife sheath handmade for the person who's lucky enough to win. I don't know yet. We'll find out. We'll decide. And we'll decide what's available at the time. So I think these lot are going to go sleep in a minute. They've done the smallest workout in the world, and now they think they're super fit.
You mean bar? No.
If you're on there, say hello. Let us know who you are. Let us know where you are.
I think my friends will be watching today.
I did that.
You did. Well done. So we have... We've still not edited the footage for the grits challenge, but Dave Collier Camping, he did a grits challenge. We weren't able to find proper American style grits. Hey, how you going, mate? Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, hope loads of people get out there, and I hope they reply to your film. To be honest, Connor, if you're going to listen to the live while we're filming it, can you go in the other room because you're just causing feedback and it's not good. yeah, hopefully we'll get a quite a decent turnout for that. So are you advertising what you're doing anywhere else, or just on your YouTube channel? Of course, people out there, go see Phil on Manus Tribe. He's got some good films out there, and he's doing some real good stuff getting out there with his young'uns as well, in a similar vein to what we are. Especially doing something for the summer solstice itself, which happens to be Tyson's birthday. So for his birthday this year, we're doing something special. He's having a fresh air butty and a cup of note. Okay, good stuff, Phil. Nice one. So especially if you've got an interest out there in the old ways, the Northern Indigenous European spirituality. Phil is one of the UK experts on that. I hope you don't mind me saying it that way, Phil. It's funny sometimes, isn't it, the way you put these things across. What are you doing, Tyson?
I'm wondering, thinking.
You're thinking?
Yeah.
I thought you were juggling pebbles by the sound of it.
I can juggle pebbles, I think.
Yeah, if you pull your bottom lip up over your forehead and sneeze, you'll swallow your own head.
Wait, bottom. Wait, so pull what over my forehead?
I was joking, mate. Oh dear. So yeah, we set some tents up on the permission recently, and I had one of them nicked. So we're getting up there in the week to get some fencing put in place. One of the yokels has been in there being a pain in the ass, so we're going to have to deal with him as well and go see the landowners. As people just can't leave things well enough alone. Now, the tent itself that went missing, I wouldn't mind if somebody was going to be staying in it or desperate for it, but now it's kids. They just trashed it, dragged it up the path and left it in bits, so I was less than impressed. So I've been up there last week teaching a bit of deadfall trap making, that sort of thing, and it'd be an awful shame if we forgot to disassemble it, wouldn't it? And the little darlings happened to trigger it. Oh dear, what a shame, never mind. So we know there's wood pigeon up on the land. We know there's rabbit up there because we've seen both. I believe there's fox as well. So hopefully we're going to take a couple of them in the near future and do a bit of cooking with them. Recently, I did a piece on the channel about butchering some chickens, putting them down, and a breakdown of how much you can save by being willing to just do that extra half hour's work. You know, break those chickens down. It saves a significant amount of money. Now, I bought a half pig the other week as well, so I've got some B-roll from that. I'm going to get another one next time we butcher one and get some more close-up footage. So what I hope to do is put together a decent processing your own pig video, and it actually worked out, processing from the whole half carcass down into the various joints, ribs, and all the belly pork and all the rest of that business, about £2 a pound for the meat, which you can't even buy the cheap cuts for that. So especially in these days where everything is getting tighter and tighter all the time, it makes such sense to do that. Honestly, I don't know why more people don't, but I guess it's what we're used to, isn't it? We're used to going in the supermarket and getting all the old cellophane wrapped absolute nonsense. Well, people can't say they're skint and can't say they're suffering and can't say they're financially poorly off if they're not willing to make an effort. Go there, turn your garden over from grass, grow some crops, grow some fruit and veggies. All the way through summer, some of the easiest stuff to grow in the world is salad stuff. Keep on top of the slugs with things like bear traps, so you're not poisoning the hedgehogs. and you can keep your family fed for really reasonable money. And it's now, while things are getting worse, that you need to start saving before they get completely bad and you don't know where to turn. Just look at fuel. The robbers in Whitehall dropped the fuel duty, didn't they? Heads up for Father's Day. Yeah, indeed.
That's this weekend, isn't it? Sunday.
I think it is, yeah. So we'll have to do something for that. Not quite sure what yet, but we will. So I was going on about the fuel, wasn't I? You know, the robbers in Whitehall turned around and said they were going to put it down by a certain amount, so the fuel companies all put it up by that much that week. You know, they're now running campaigns to put it down again. Will you leave your wig alone, you scruffy apeth?
Did I plait it a little?
Oh, jeez. We're getting a big orange to it in a bit. So what we're going to do, I don't know, because the price of crude is nothing like it was when we had the last fuel protests. But the cost of fuel is so much higher. Something needs to happen. The people in this country need to have a voice again. We need to do something significant because people are taking the piss, basically, especially these big multinational companies, and they'll blame Ukraine, they'll blame whatever they think they can, Bojo's stupid haircut, they'll blame whatever they think they can get away with blaming. But the truth of it is, it's greed on the part of the petrochemical companies. They are rinsing it in and taking the piss out of you people. Put yourself away. You're going to chest me granddad's pigeons to be pleased with. Go on, put it away. So we're going to be out doing some more firelighting. One of the most searched things out there in bushcraft is firelighting. I've got a wee bit of a bag started to put together there. We've got K-Pock, we got fire biscuits, we got a bit of birch bark.
Dude, what is fire
Got
biscuit?
my favourite ferro rod in the whole world. This is a knife sheath ferro rod carrier I made. So this 6-inch ferro rod is it's the dogs. You cannot not light a fire with this thing. It throws out that many sparks, it'd be home in the Australian bush. It's crazy. So when I was talking about saddle stitching for the giveaway at 50 participants, that's that sort of stitching. It's all waxed heavy-duty cotton thread. The leather itself, this is a veg tan leather, and you can see the shape of it there. That's a wet moulded shape around the knife. That's just my old, like my Fire Mora. It's ancient bit of kit, but it's never let me down yet. Keeps a good edge, sparks a good spark. What more can you ask for? Strong enough for battening and most of the things you're going to do around the camp. Now, I'm putting together a load of firelighting kit in this because we're going to be going off and doing a cub camp in a couple of weeks, helping out there. So, want a nice little bag of tricks to pass a bit of knowledge on to the little ones, hopefully. It's Connor who's disappeared with his tablet now, who goes to the Cubs. He enjoys it. These two Herberts, they go to the Scouts, so they're going to cost me an arm and a leg in camps as well this year. So that's kind of where we are with that.
I just noticed where the mouse is.
You just notice where the mouse is? What? Where the cheese is? What, with the arrow up your nose?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's funny here, this side of the screen, but people the other side can't see it.
Yeah.
Twit.
I understand.
So I've been teaching a bit of mental health first aid this week. So it's our first online course for the two of us from our place who've qualified now. Not my favourite format teaching online, I've got to admit, but we got through it. Teach another one next month, and that will take us forward, I think, and then become real, honest to goodness, signed off live online trainers for mental health first aid. Speaking of first aid, we're going to get on with doing some of the filming for the first aid. What I'm going to do is, I think, go through the full program for the first aid at work, but broken down into different films, probably 5 or 6 minute clips, maybe a little bit longer. We'll see how it pans out. But what I don't want to do is make things too dry for people to follow. I want to make it so people can either dip in and out as they see fit, learn the little bits they need to, tourniquets and all that. That's back in the first aid sphere now. So we're going to do both the cat tourniquet that you can carry with you and also improvised tourniquets. There's important stuff to know. You want to stop a catastrophic bleed, then many people nowadays, they don't have the physical endurance, the physical ability to apply direct pressure hard enough to stop the bleeds. So let's teach it properly. Let's teach it how it should be done. We'll go through from the primary survey right the way through. We'll have it on a playlist so everybody can dip in and out, take what information you want and use it accordingly. We'll go according to the book, so as long as you stay within the training, nothing can go wrong. Again, now I've moved the cursor arrow, right? You doing that because you think it looks funny from this side just looks stupid from the other side because they can't see the cursor arrow. So also we'll get out there, we'll do some marksmanship principles, we'll do some archery, we'll do some, I've got to get a new elastic for the catapult and we'll do some of that. We'll do some comparisons on the land. Now we've got enough distance to shoot over between longbow and crossbow. I'll have to find the spare strings for the crossbow. We will be doing, as I say, the firelighting. We'll do top 10 firelighting tips, I think. Top 10 ways of finding water where there is none. And we'll go through all the basic stuff like that. I think there's a lot to be said for going over and over the basics. The same as the military do. They don't get the advanced stuff right by having the basics loose. They get the basics and then they build on that. And I think that's the way to go. Especially with youngsters, let's keep it adventurous and safe, but let's keep the learning side of things cracking on. I think that's the way to do it, and that's the way I'm going to do it. If the fire cadets don't mind, when Conan has his open day, we'll do a bit of shooting there and put a bit of that up. Not everything's bushcraft, and if you're bright enough to put wet stuff on hot stuff, you can be a fireman, isn't that right?
Yep.
Water fairies. Yeah, there we go. Draw a bit of attention again to, as I do most weeks, to No Duff UK. They are yeah, that's exactly right, mate. And the more you practice, the more you get it. I mean, when we go up in the bush now, we're 9 times out of 10 putting sparks of charcoal from the old fire pit and blowing fire into life from that, just to show that we can do it and it can be done all the time. And the more you do it, it's muscle memory. It's so much easier when you need to. So, yeah, I was going to draw attention to No Duff UK again. They're at the moment doing Op Sunflower, which is humanitarian aid for Ukraine. They've sent an Arctic over there a while ago. They've taken a load of kit over themselves. That's Dean, he's the CEO. No Duff themselves are a community interest company who provide free at point of access mental health support for forces, blue light services, and ex-forces and blue light services. They are expanding into non-forces people on a commercial level, but they're mainly reliant on charity at the moment. Now, we had some stuff delivered by SP Services a while ago, and thank you very much, SP Services, for that. That was all taken over to Ukraine with the last load. Now, Dean, the CEO, and one of his compadres, for want of a better word, they went over in Dean's wagon. They took a load of first aid kits, a load of trauma kit, and went all around the area of operations in Ukraine. And they've built a nice network now. So regardless of what goes on in the battle space, the ebb and flow of battle, they've got safe places where they can distribute this kit where it's needed, rather than it landing in some country and sitting in a factory on the side of things just waiting to go. Now, we've been getting some quite good figures on the channel recently. We're nearly 1,200 subscribers now, and I'm chuffed and naffy breaks to see that. It really is something that I never thought I would see. We've over 1,000 hours of watch time now, which all I can say is thank you. You know, if you're interested in what we've got to say, then that is brilliant to me. We've got one of the videos out there, 30-odd thousand hits so far. It's only a short, but it's the boy and his wheels, the youngest, Leighton, you saw him earlier on, riding on one of them silly little coin-operated cars in the shopping precinct. As simple as that, and it's giving 33,000 people some interest. Well, that's fantastic to me. That's absolutely gold. You know, if you guys are interested, come and watch. Enjoy it. That's all I can say. Well, the whole channel, the purpose of the channel was set up to pass a bit of knowledge on to the boys, pass a bit of entertainment onto them, get them out in the countryside, out enjoying nature and out from behind screens. So if you watch something a little bit vacuous like the boy in his car, then watch one of the educational videos as well. If you're having a stressful time, watch one of the relaxation videos. You know, put your feet up for 5 minutes and do enjoy it. So our last couple of videos have been over 500 views, with the one from 18th of May over 2,000 views now. That's, you know, fantastic. That's these live streams, these ad hoc ones. You know, nothing's scripted, nothing's prepared, and it probably shows. Yeah, 1,136 subscribers we've got at the moment. That, yeah, it's magic. Quite where you're all coming from, I don't know, and I don't know how to work the analytics side of things properly. But you know, I'm absolutely made up. It's gone from strength to strength. I was going to say congratulations, Mabel. Chris, hopefully you'll watch this at some point. I know you're not on tonight, but hopefully you'll watch this. But tell Mabel happy birthday from us. I can't believe she's 4 now. That's mental. Mind you, Leighton, he's 3 in, what, 8 days? That 3 years has gone nowhere. Absolutely crazy stuff. I wish I could figure out how to see who's online at any one time, but it doesn't give me a names list. It's just when people like you have, Phil, when people speak, it lets me know who's there then. So, other than your doofer, what are you doing?
I'm doing my army thing on the 21st.
Conan expressed an interest in going in the military, so he's doing an online army open day at the Army Foundation College on the 21st of this month. So you get a bit of a look at life there and a bit of the old jolly bullshit. We go and do this adventure training week, and the next thing they're up to their knees in a fire trench on Salisbury Plain. But you can't join it if you can't take a joke, can you? The Army Foundation College, I believe, is up in Yorkshire somewhere now, so nice and bleak for them. That reminds me, I need to speak to Chris if his dad still keeps bees. Will you remind me tomorrow?
Yeah.
Planning on putting some bottle hives up on the plantation as well. Hopefully it'll see people off who want to mooch around. They don't understand bees so much. And hopefully we'll get a decent amount of honey for some nice homemade mead and various other things that you do with honey, but mainly mead, because I like mead.
Once again, near the block.
Yeah, and we'll get some mead. We'll get it in for the Brewers Cup once again. So I've kind of said everything I had to say for tonight. We've talked a little bit about upcoming events. We've talked a little bit about No Duff. We've talked a little bit about various things. Manners Tribe, a nice plug for you. I'm sure there was something else. We've taken a piss out of Amber Heard because she's a complete vacuous waste of time. A lying, narcissistic, absolute nightmare. I wish her nothing but ill fortune. If you're there, flag it up. Say hello. Let's talk to you. Find out what you want, where you to, where you're from. We've had Shropshire and Cheshire on the screen tonight so far. Hey, Shank, how you doing, bro? How's it going? Nice to see you. How's the missus and the young'un? Oh, this lot, they're all off their bloody trolley like normal. Now they're doing well, mate, they are. You believe it, Tyson moves up to secondary school this year. Leighton's 3 in 8 days. It's crazy. This thing is some years and a bit. I was just saying, Dean, that Conan's thinking about going in the army. Oh, it does, mate. It does. Conan's thinking about going in the army, so he's doing an online introductory thing to the Army Foundation College on the 21st. So the live after that, I'm going to have him talking a little bit about that. He doesn't know it yet, but he is. You do now, though, don't he? Yeah. So he's going to have a bit to say. He's going to have a bit to his mouthpiece to say. Who's going up them stairs? Yeah, I thought it might be you. Come here.
I want to go in the army and older.
You want to go in the armpit? You are an armpit. Oh. Well, you smell like one anyway.
Army. I didn't want to bring my tablet in here.
No?
Didn't want to bring my tablet in here.
Why?
Because Grandad told me to go in here.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad didn't want to, but...
Well... I think last time we was online, Dean, this one here was a babby, wasn't he? How old are you now?
8.
You're not allowed to be.
Well, I am.
8 years old, you believe it, man.
Who's that?
Who's what? Poison Shank, that's Dean.
Oh. I remember one time when you went in a bar and said, "Hello, Bob."
Yeah, well, actually it was Bill, but you know.
So far we've got London, we've got Shropshire, and we've got Cheshire. Us being Cheshire, Phil being Shropshire, and Dean being London. Yo, that there a London? Londonium? I've still no idea why all those people want to live in the same place. It's far too people-y for me, but what's the matter?
This is the weak spot of me when someone does that.
It's like thumb cuffs, isn't it? I can tickle you now, though, and you can't escape.
Well, I can when you get bored.
So right, if you get somebody to do that.
What?
So right, if you get somebody to do that.
What, and do that?
Ow! No. You put your hand over. Ready, do it.
No. Absolutely, mate. Get out of the smoke. Out in the countryside. Let it be the noise of tractors that wake you up, not the noise of sparrows coughing. So I was just saying before, we've got Cub Scout camps and Scout camps and all that business coming up in the next few weeks. Looking forward to the summer holidays, actually, and getting them out there and see how they do. So, do you fancy doing a solo camp?
Yeah.
Yeah. So get Lurch here doing a solo camp. We've got to go up and pick up the trail cam, actually. I left up on the site. So I've been moving it around a bit. Not got much footage of anything other than us buggering about at the moment, but I've only got the one trail cam. So what are you doing? Look in the corner of the screen. It looks like you're having a bloody stroke. Stop it. So yeah, find out what's on the trail, Ken. Oh, Kibbo Kift. I've not heard of that one. I saw an interesting little thing before on YouTube, a couple of clips of Baden Powell himself, and the difference between then and now is something phenomenal. Ah. The Kindred of Kibbo Kift, yeah. I hadn't seen that before. There's one over in the States, isn't there? The Raven Banner Youth Group, which is an Odinist rooted version of the Scouts, if you like. As well. I've not seen anything from them for quite some time. I flew a typical Guardian, the other KKK. They are an absolute nightmare, aren't they? You know, they call themselves a news outlet.
I need to stretch.
Well, I see nothing wrong with what they're doing. Will you sit down? Yeah, from the little bit I've just been reading there, you know, it looks very, very earth-based, very sensible way of approaching it. Well, of course, they use the hailing stance, so that means in the Guardian's eyes they'll never be anything other than. But yeah, that makes sense. That could be revived. Rolf Gardner, I don't know that name either. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I've had friends over the years who've been involved in folk dancing, in Morris dancing, and all the rest of it. Going back, yeah, a good few years now. It's like this movement in the last couple of years. I don't know if you saw it, where they were trying to get the Blackface Morris banned, but you know, utter trumpets who haven't bothered to find out the real reasons and roots behind these things, just trying to ban a bit of culture because they don't understand it. I despise people. I do sometimes. I really do. If it's English traditional culture, then step on it. You know, it's like I recently was speaking to someone in the mental health world, and they've stopped promoting. There's a YouTube video, The Black Dog, which resonates really well with a lot of people with depression, and they've started trying to not forward that to people now because they say it may be construed as racist. There's absolutely not a damn thing racist about it. It's just a black dog, which is the center of the. Right, what's next? Are we going to ban Alsatians? You know, it's just not even funny. If everything's racist, nothing's racist. If we spend our lives looking for something to be offended about or looking for something to some way of hamstringing useful tools, then it's a sad old world, isn't it, really? You know, if I get my forge set up and start doing some smithing, are people going to be afraid to say he's learning to be a blacksmith? Why? Yeah, I don't. I don't fathom it. I really don't. Again, he's another one of those between the walls guys, isn't he, Gardner? Just looking through it now. Folk dancer, forester, poet, and visionary. You know, it's the whole balance thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's like the story that circulates about the samurai, tending plants in the garden. And when the servant says, what are you doing here, sir? You're a great warrior. Why are you here pruning plants? He says, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. All about balance. The warrior poet's been the epitome of that. We've got a couple of these little chairs to test when we next get out on the hill for the kids. I'm not going to try and get my great ass on one of these because it'll all go horribly wrong. So maybe get some materials out there and see about making them with a bit. Doesn't seem very difficult to me, but we'll see. There was something else I was going to talk about tonight, and I've not got a Scooby is what it was. But yeah, I'm going to be doing some more reading about that Kibbo Kift. And also be going. Yeah, Dean, I think if Russia had the balls, I think we'd be in one now. I think very, very soon either Putin's going to fall off his perch or somebody's going to push him off it. I hope so, the useless bastard. It's the heartache and destruction he's caused out there is phenomenal. I've seen some footage that hasn't made it onto some of the mainstream stuff. And because of PERSEC and various things, I'm not going to share it. But it's absolutely flipping rotten. I try not to swear because I'm trying to keep it family friendly. But hey, it's rotten, some of the stuff that's going on out there. It really is disgusting. I mean, for all the bits of finding mass graves, there's 10 more like it. I mean, the Rus, the Slavs, they're all our kinfolk at the end of the day. And because this megalomaniac's got this idea of some kind of past Russian greatness, he wants to implant these ideas on people, and it's just a rolling mess. It really is. I shared a video the other day, one that I was able to share, but one of the blokes out there, he went out with Dean at No Duff, and he's a former soldier. He was originally going out there to fight before he got involved with the humanitarian stuff. It moved him to tears, some of the stuff he was seeing, and he's an experienced soldier, so yeah, that kind of tells you something, doesn't it? So, and if it does all go old Pete Tong, like you say, it's good to have the kids having a few skills, especially the skills to disappear under the undergrowth out the bloody way. Yeah, well, it's always the trouble with these things, though, isn't it? It's the youngsters that pay for the old men's mistakes. Every week I sit here, I look at this So I left this poncho up. I think it makes a great backdrop, but I keep seeing that green screen at the top that I've forgotten about. Every bloody week I look at it and then still forget. No, I've not seen that one. Here, 51 Panther. Ooh, that looks a bit shiny.
Oh, nice tank.
Very nice too. I wonder what it performs like against things like the Leopard 2.
Bean!
Hey up, Trouble.
A boy's done.
Come and say hello. Come and say hello to the people.
Look at Mum.
Oh, suit your bloody self. So yeah, I saw. Was it Latvia who was going to give a load of Leopard 2s over to Ukraine? But Germany, thank you, pal. But Germany have put a kibosh on the idea. Well, I'm not quite sure how that works myself. 130mm smoothbore. Ideal. So I'm not quite sure how that works myself, because if I buy a car off Ford's, I don't ask them who I can give it or sell it to afterwards, do I? Cheeky baskets, if you ask me. Oh, 12.7mm coax machine gun as well. I like that. And a remotely controlled weapon station as well. That's not a bad bit of kit, that. Oh, that's interesting. Got active, reactive, and passive armor all at once. Yeah, Phil, thanks for joining us, mate. I'm going to have a look through the rest of your videos as well later on. I got halfway through leaving a comment on the other one, and then I got distracted with the kids again, you know, as you do. So thanks for joining us. Walk safe out there, Phil. Yeah, how the hell a country stockpiles 800 unused tanks unless they're planning something? I really don't know. But then again, it's not like the Germans to do anything like that, is it? The only language in the world with 800 words for attack. Yeah. I think 800 tanks sent into Ukraine now could do a lot of good. And potentially even, as long as you can fuel and arm them, potentially even reverse all the advances that the Russians have done. For anybody out there who doesn't know, back to Ukraine again and Ops Sunflower, for anybody who doesn't know where Ops Sunflower gets the name from, it's, if you cast your mind back to the early days, there's a little old lady squaring up to a bunch of Russian paratroopers and handed out sunflower seeds, saying, there you go, put one of them in your pocket, then at least something pretty will grow where your body lies. Or words to that effect. So there's been some messing about going on over there. I'm going to try and do some more filming with the old iPhone as well, because I'm not very good with it and I need to get it sussed. Because, you know, if you can work the phone properly, you've always got your kit there, haven't you, to do the job. I don't have to rely on the tripods and the video cameras, the sound systems and all that. I mean, it's a bit of a pain when you're out with lav mics and they decide not to work, so you do a couple of hours of filming, get a load of track down, and then you realise that it hasn't recorded any audio. That is just a bloody nightmare. Are you still gaming, Dean? Yeah, you on the PlayStation or Xbox these days? I know you were a PS5. Yeah, I got the kids one of them last yield period, last Christmas. You getting this new Modern Warfare thingy that's coming out? What's that game we've been playing? It's one of the Modern Warfare ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Caldera or something like that, where you got a circle of gas moving in. If you look for zonal hoof on there, that'd be either the boys or me. I haven't got the hang of it yet. I'm bloody rubbish at it, to be honest. Come and say hello.
No,
I'm not talking to you then. Go away.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Do you know that history trip on Friday?
Yeah.
A, did it say...
I've already done the form. It says you're going. Conway Castle.
Yeah. Did it say what class we're going with?
No.
Mr. Young.
Didn't give me any inflammation like that.
What if it did?
Then it'd be right because I'm in his class.
Well,
Yeah,
there you
same.
go then.
It'll be no good if I'm not with Thingy's class because I'm not in the same class as Rob and Sophia.
Well, it means you'll have to talk to some bugger else, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Well, you have to. It's the law.
Says who?
I know the world's far too peoply. When you finish with your plan to kill everyone in the room and escape.
No, you already know.
Well, see, that's not really what the voices say. What are we? Zonal hoof? Go and have a look what our tag name is. Go on. Go on. Ah, crikey. Lurch is going to have a look. You'll be able to tell it's us because the sats are absolutely rubbish. What is it? It's... like that, and then there's a few numbers. No, I only get on now and again. Well, I get bloody carried away when I do, so I get nothing practical done. Which, yeah, I don't mind now and again. You gotta slow your roll now and again, haven't you? And just put your feet up. Can you grab me that pouch off the table, the square one?
Yeah.
So I was only saying just before in the video, Dean, in the broadcast rather, I'm going to do a giveaway. When we can get 50 people interacting online, I'm going to do a lucky dip and do a bit of a giveaway. So Ocean's gone for a version of the pouch now. So it's handmade, bespoke, hand stitched, hand cut, measured, stitched, all the rest of it leather.
This one?
No, that's the one that's half made, love.
Oh. I get ice cream.
You got ice cream? Where's mine? Bloody ice cream, and they're not giving me any. It's unreal. We'll go out and do some worry stuff. Come on, Lurch. Are you still poison shank on there, Dean?
one.
There it is. There's one very similar to what we'll be giving away. Handmade, partially wet moulded leather. It's got all my fire lighting kit in there. Press stud front and a nice big belt loop there. Stand up to just about anything.
Zonal Hoof 83.
Zonal Hoof 83.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yee, I got ice cream. 4 winners. This is, who's this? Real dairy ice cream from the ice cream farm. Where are they? Tatnall in Chester. What?
Take off the label.
Yes, dude, I know how to work a pot of ice cream. Thank you, though. So it comes with its dinky little spoon.
What? Night, love you.
Speaking of dinky little spoons, night, love you too.
Well, he's looking for the spoon then. No, I kind of told Dad.
Oh.
Dad knows how to
Oh.
work a pot of ice cream.
That's good stuff. You see, I don't know if the camera picks it up. The little dark spots in there, the vanilla seeds. That's proper vanilla. Oh, that's bloody nice, that is. Is it Poison Shank or Poison Shank 1?
Mm.
Right, I'll have a look for you, mate. Just Poison Shank. All right, mate, will do. Any capitals? No numbers? I wish I could share, mate. This is gold. All right, smashing. I'll do that in a minute. Oh, brilliant. No, we had new homegrown spuds with bacon and broad beans for tea. Plenty of butter on. And a dose of this now. Living the dream. No affiliation to these, no paid promotion. It's just bloody good stuff. Right. Okay, there we have it for another Wednesday night. Just coming up to the hour point in a couple of minutes. So what I'll do, I'll go and fire up the other machine in the other room. I'll send you a friends request, mate. Maybe we'll go and murder some foreigners. Got shot by an Italian before. How rude was that? Not good enough. So we shall see what we shall see. Right. I'm going to go away, finish the rest of the ice cream. Dean, thanks for joining us tonight. Phil, thanks for coming on and seeing us tonight as well. For those of you who watch after this, thanks very much, all of you, for your view time and your loyalty. Like I say, we're up to about 1,000 watch hours now, so still quite away from the goal. But next time, hopefully, we'll have a few more interaction. Once we reach 50 interacting, we'll do the pouch giveaway. Once we get to 100, we'll do another one, something else. 150, something else. We get to 250, we'll step it up and do something a bit bigger, and we'll go from there. But I think regular giveaways are going to be a part of a feature of the channel. It's always going to be something practical, something useful, perhaps even something specified by the winner. So, Dean, talk to you later, dude. Anybody else who comes on, walk safe out there and stay lucky. See you next week.